versus SSG, who were playing an incredible game. They only managed to score 2 goals against them, in fact. Then they dropped to the lowers. They went 3-1 over Charlotte Phoenix and then beat Complexity. So to get here, they've had to go through one of the top North American teams. Complexity went to 5, but Akrew won it out in the end. So version 1, will that be a step too far, or is it just another stepping stone over in their tournament?
Let's find out. We've got Akrew in the blue, version 1 in the orange, a best of 5 to stay alive in this lower bracket. Torment picks up the ball off of kickoff. He gets challenged by Astro. Fifi out of the corner with Oath behind him. And Khan with a miss in the midfield. This opens up space for Oath to advance down the field. Torment in the back third will clear. Khan rotating out, half rotates in midfield, quickly turns on this Torment, gets a wonderful pinch. And Fifi out of goal will pick up control. Beast Mode will try to stop him, stall him out. Both teams with looks at the net for just a moment and have run into strong back third defenses both times.
Wow, Oath really just rocking the ugliest car I think I've ever seen in my life.
It is genuinely atrocious. It is cataclysmically ugly.
It's got the British teeth wheels, which I do appreciate and I do respect. Thank you for that. I paid a lot of money to make mine look good. So thankfully no longer like that. But yeah, truly just a horrendous creation that he has made.
It's somehow not even balanced out by Astro's Stocktane here. I'm rooting for V1 to win every game just so we don't have to look at that car in the victory screen at the end of the game. But either way, we'll see what happens here. He's going to prove you don't have to have a good-looking car to play good Rocket League here as he gets demolished off the middle of the field. Now back in front of the box, Fifi over 1, demolished again. V1 getting physical, and Com looking for Oath. Com leading the region in demos per game. Torment off the wall. Will try to carry this by himself. 2 players underneath. Got to pass one. Looks for the bump, but the other Fifi manages to dodge the bump and get a block.
Going for those physical plays. Version 1 just goes back exactly where they feel like they should be picking up from. Com at the major was an absolute menace throughout the entirety of Winter's Split. He was the one knocking on the door and destroying anybody that answered.
Torment challenging Fifi in the midfield. Now Astro up against Beast Mode into the corner. He's going to try and chase this one down. Can he find a teammate behind him? Com will clear it off the back wall, and a miss from Oath. Here's Com up against Fifi. He's actually just going to go for the bump instead. Open it up off the crossbar. Follow-up from Torment, blocked by Astro. Love the play build there, the strategy from version 1. The accuracy, though, just too high.
The turnaround from Com to be able to go from missing the ball and then reimagining that play to reframe it as a deliberate bump attempt. I love that ingenuity from him. He's such an exciting player.
Yeah, thinking on the fly like that and actually being able to make it happen. I think all of us could possibly realize, oh, maybe a bump here would be good, but actually being able to reorient your vehicle there, and finally the 2v1 threat will work. Beast Mode going to score the first goal for version 1.
Going high from Com, just sees him bump Fifi into it, and then he targets Oath on the goal line. Doesn't need to be close to it because Beast Mode sinks it right in the top left corner. Dead on, half the game gone, and V1 ramping up that pressure early.
Managed to keep the scoring clean in the first half. Version 1 now holding on to the lead. Beast Mode now on the wall, looking for goal number 2 at the dismount. Only 20 boosts left to go, and Fifi takes it away from him. Torment in the back third. Trying to take it slow on second touch against Astro, but loses control. Oath now off the backboard. Beast Mode with a miss. Oath's not going to be able to turn on this one, and Fifi's too far out to close in on the defensive mistake. Small double commit in front of the box, and it's off the corner and in. Oath ties the game.
Oath with the greedy goal explosion gobbles up the first goal for Akrew. Beats out Beast Mode, attempting that clear and perfectly kisses the top left corner. Wonderfully placed.
And just like that, they bounce right back. A quiet first half of the game, met by 2 goals as soon as we crossed the midway point. Oath now, good pressure on the back wall. Beast Mode takes this one slowly under 1. Astro with space in the midfield, pinches off the wall. Torment already positioned on the backboard. Carries it back down, pops it high, gets it over, then another challenge in the air, and Com picks up control. Beast Mode down the midfield. Fifi's trying to bump him, and he'll be able to, in one fell move, a brilliant challenge there from Fifi. Oh, but Beast Mode piled up on top of Com. They'll get the demo, but there's no one there to take the shot because of the double commit. Now Beast Mode turning back around against 2 goalies. He'll run into Astro first. Torment sizing this one back up with enough boost in the tank to do anything he wants, but Oath finds some space, clears the midfield. Com now having a difficult trouble as Oath's breathing down his neck.
I love that chase from Oath, though, being able to keep any of his car in the way of the ball, challenging as closely possibly can. But look down the other end as Astro returning to the back line, sees that he may well be needed. Fifi up to the skies, clearing to his teammate as well. Really good composure on defense.
I think Fifi actually did get bumped as he entered the air. Did not matter on his trajectory. Beast Mode, excellent challenge out of goal, and he'll receive the ball again, turn it into a dribble. The man's mechanics are gorgeous, and he's got taken a shot to the far side. Astro wasn't quite sized up, just barely got his wheels under him for the block. 40 seconds left, tie game.
The only thing stopping Beast Mode from a goal there was his lack of boost, and that man tried as much as he could. He went via the big boost on that left-hand side. He tried to go through as many pads that were already burned, but from Com, trying to get the 1, 2, 3, and Oath in the middle, chomps down with those toothy wheels and gains the lead.
Man, the play is brilliantly drawn up from version 1. The only mistake, the shooter is a second late to the ball in the midfield, and 1 second's a long time in Rocket League. The opening was huge, and Akrew lead late in game 1, 24 seconds left.
Yeah, it was a lazy pass coming in from V1 realistically, but just having that vision from Oath to be able to sink it is fantastic. The final 15 is going to see Oath trying to hold this lead with Com pinching. This is Astro dive in front of the net. Final 10, but the push very much in V1's favor.
Oh, Cup. Oh, he fully thought Fifi was going to have that. 5 seconds left. Torment's got the ball in enemy territory onto the backboard. Got a bump on one. Beast Mode's up for it. Got to keep it alive. Off the backboard. Missed the double tap. The defense able to fake him out, and the crew takes game number 1. Oh, my goodness, that car's ugly.
God, by the skin of their rotten teeth, they held on to that game. And the crew, as you say, managing to hold out right at the death. Very impressive defense as well, because that was Beast Mode really pushing them as hard as hard as he could, trying to link up with his teammates, and yet just threatening that you're going for that ball is sometimes enough. Great start from V1, but really good turnaround from the new kids on the block, Akrew.
Yeah, Oath, we just saw it on the replay. The shot he hit to tie up the game off the top corner and in. And then the go-ahead, Oath scoring both goals for his team here. We'll see how V1 adjusts going into the next game here. But honestly, the difference to me felt like the accuracy. Like both teams got about the same amount of looks on net. It was 6-9 here, if I'm looking at the shots correctly here. V1 getting a few more shots, forcing a few more saves out. Astro did get a crazy diving save there in the final moments to keep that lead there. But man, V1, there's a few moments of like the play was drawn up, the shot was on target. Oh wait, no, it's actually out.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at them at that point to say, you have the ideas down. You just have to have the execution now coming in place. Get that pass to be a bit faster, or don't go for it. Go for something solo instead. Read the game, see what Akrew need. Because ultimately, sorry Akrew, V1 are the better team. And theoretically, they should be beating you here. If you can go against that grain, that is outstanding. And you're in the lowest, so you will be knocking V1 out of this competition. So far, this is Akrew's best placement in any RLCS event so far for the 3 players. Previously, their best finish was 9th to 11th. They've already got themselves top 8. If they win, they get through to top 6, and those points just keep growing.
One thing I do want to watch from V1 is, do they adjust more to solo plays? We saw them attempting pass plays, but the moments that they almost looked the best was when Torment or Com or Beast Mode, any of the players, was choosing to go for the dribble, solo touch, double commit, flagrant one. Beast won't miss here. That's the first goal for version 1.
Didn't realize I queued into a Champ 2 lobby. They were some pretty bad misses on the backboard. I'd see them very regularly at my rank. Not a good start from Akrew. They absolutely know that they should be clearing that, at least one of them. It was one of those moments where you think, okay, my teammate's got it, so I'm just going to slow down. I don't need to worry. Or maybe a missed call. Instead, V1 taking full advantage and Beast Mode with first goal.
It's a simple mistake to make, but when a team's as good as version 1, there's no way they don't miss that punish. So Akrew making their life hard, having to find a way to bounce back from that goal. You do not want to, against a team as good as version 1, give them ones for free like that. Here comes some more pressure. Fifi taking the bad shot from in front of the box. And he'll get a follow-up here. Torment, though, in the back third with space and time to read. Will clear it all the way back to the corner. Followed up himself off the back wall. And Oath finds the touch in the box to clear it out. Torment now back down into the box. Com trying to follow with this one, but having to react too much. Akrew's able to get ahead of it. We'll push the ball back the other way.
Going for those high passes, I love seeing that. It's what we saw at the Major a few times as well. Give me vibes of Beast Mode coming out of absolutely nowhere and just sending it down the center for Torment to finish. If V1 can do that and find each other a little bit more often, a little bit more with deadly precision, then I fear that Akrew's number may well be up. But it's on them to make sure that doesn't happen.
God, did you see the little pass down to Oath and then he just kind of like dumps it around the defender? If they'd had anybody there to pick it up again, I would have enjoyed talking about that play a little bit more. But either way, we see them on the other side. Oath with the backflip in net. What a reaction. He's got to find another one here. Finds the block again. Calm back passes to Torment, but Torment's got no boost. He's going to have to wait for this one. Is going to give Akrew the midfield for free. Gets it past one. Gives the pass to Beast Mode. And Oath on the outside. Block Beast Mode's follow-up. Calm now in the corner past one. Up against Astro. Tries to wait for him. Astro doesn't fall for it. Finds a block. V1 holding on to the one free goal they've been given, but Akrew is seeming to really tighten things up on defense.
It's good clear, though, and it means that Akrew will now have a chance to get maybe a little look on goal. They've not managed to have too many just yet, just a singular shot coming in from Oath. With half the game gone, this is the same position they found themselves in last time, and they walked away with the win.
Oath taking it high. And getting tangled up with Calm on the backboard. That was like a rule 1/2. They were tangled up, but it was like the side of the cars, so it doesn't really count. Here's Calm out of the midfield. Fifi taking it. Oh, Oath in a cherry pick trying to drop it, but Beast Mode covers him up. Still 23 boost and just waits. The patience from Beast Mode, knowing that the Akrew players were going to bite. Now here's Astro. Oh, fakes out one, but doesn't maintain control. Fifi now has to fall back.
Fifi did fall back, I think, a little bit too early. He could have come in and challenged that because any of the defenders were not in a good position to save it. But maybe he's just playing a bit more conservatively, know what V1 can do. And Astro, that man does not care what V1 can do because he can do it better.
Gets the setup from Oath, sees an empty backboard, and the rest is history. Down and in. Astro ties the game. 1:38 left to go. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Tie game.
Back behind the defender as well, who had to come in to dive. Knows that he has to use that momentum to continue forward through the net. Sends it back behind him. An impossible position to save from Astro with sheer class.
Just like that. The bounce back. Version 1 yet to lead late in the game against Akrew. And the lead they enjoyed in this game was unearned. Can they find an earned goal? Fifi to the outside. Beast Mode. A long touch. Oath to the outside. Torment's there. Reads this one, but loses the challenge. Version 1's challenge game has been pretty strong this series. Yet here, Astro versus Beast Mode. Falls back for space, tries to pick up the ball, and now look for the pass, but gets bumped to the ceiling, falls back down, using the jump to receive it, gets another touch in front of the box. No one's up to take the shot. Torment puts it back in front, and Fifi places it high. Does he have the boost? No, he's completely out. Oath takes over. Beast Mode's got to find a block. Can't find him at all. Oath not going to make the touch on the wall, and Calm gets the clear, but what a close one.
Oh, I was so desperately hoping that Beast Mode could score that because it would have been one for the books. Time for Oath to double tap it though off the ceiling. That's open for Astro to shoot. And with his second, it's deja vu on Akrew.
Beast Mode off the wall here. Oath puts it past one, and then Beast Mode, his touch off the back wall, okay, fine, but he loses control. He loses possession, isn't able to get back to the ball, and an open net basically, effectively is presented in front of Akrew. They now lead with 30 seconds left.
They held it previously, and my God, they're hoping they can do that again. Good bump from Torment is going to lead Oath to retaliate slightly, a bit pettily. If anything, didn't need to get that bump. Oath to go high towards that midfield. Fifi is lurking, can send it back towards Torment, just burning those seconds. The final 10 sees Torment with very little boost, but a demo at the back from Com.
Empty backfield.
Reveals it open for Oath. Oath, though, does respawn open for Com to shoot now.
Oh.
With the ball dropping low, it falls to nothing, and Akrew with game number 2.
They glue the ball to the ground, burn the time, and Akrew will take the victory here. I'm starting to think, I'm realizing the broadcast is not seeing Oath's car on these winning screens here. I think it might be a like mental sabotage technique that if my car is hideous, it will gross out the other team just enough to throw them off their game, and it might be working.
Do you think he likes it? That's my question. Does he like? Does he?
There's no way, right? There's
Surely.
No way.
he doesn't look at that and think, yeah, I've nailed this design. Like, he's the anti-heavy car bug placebo player. He's like, no, I need my car to look as revolting as I humanly can, because then I play good. Like, I don't
He put on all of the slowest items and is currently beating Version 1. What does that do if you're a Version 1 player who's like, I got to put my Cristianos on, and it's like, wow, that guy is the opposite of Cristianos, and they're winning right now. So maybe it's working for them, but honestly, I do. The reason Akrew is where they're at is because of the way they are playing, the choices they are making, not because of any decal they chose. Reminder, Akrew gave Version 1 a free goal in Game 2, and still managed to win.
I mean, I just hope, that if Oath manages to win with his team and they go through this entire bracket and they take our first regional, that we see all the ranked warriors copy his car design.
Oh, please no. I don't want to. This is not the reality I want to live in.
Preset question mark? Question mark?
No. He already put out the tweet of like, here's the preset in case anyone was wondering. Oath to the sky.
Iconic.
I didn't think it could get worse than Flakes and the cockroach, but never mind. I stand corrected. Here's Calm off the back wall to beast mode. And reminder, best of 5, Version 1 up against the wall right now. They have to win 3 straight. Here's Calm looking for it. Oh, Oath gets in the way. A perfect block to the outside. Uses the rest of his boost to get it to midfield, but the damage is done. Torment, again, the third man for Version 1, waiting for the scoop. And dumps it back out. Beast mode now to the sky. Astro waits, keeps the ball pinned. Beast mode now back down to Calm. Can he find it? No, back to himself. Oh, it is to Calm through Oath off the ground. Version 1 score first again.
It just becomes a pattern for these guys to pop off for the first minute, and Beast mode with the double from the backboard to selflessly set up his teammate. Calm being able to send that to the back of the net. Why do you need to get that car? Go into the back of the net, getting that opening goal. But you have to think for V1, they've done this for every game so far, and they have won none of them.
They have. The scoring first has meant nothing in this series. Additionally, Version 1 has never led by more than 1 goal. So goal 2 could be a difference maker here. At this point, I'm still confident Akrew's going to win this game as they're looking for the tie game. Can they make it happen? Calm perfectly blocks, hovers behind the ball, and gives Oath no opening. Now Astro onto the back wall. Torment with a pinch. Regrounds and misses the ball, but maybe fakes Oath off the ball as well and leaves Calm space to beat another player. Fifi in the corner now. Up against Beast Mode, back across the box. No one expected him to get the challenge. Version 1 not in position to capitalize.
The push, though, really started to cement for V1 in that blue half, but unable to really maintain it as this defense just keeps going around. An error, though. Let's see Torment keep it in the midfield. Those errors have not been too influential so far. Astro faking underneath, and then Fifi pinching top right.
Look at the fakes. We were talking about the fakes from Complexity. Oh, sorry, Calm. Didn't mean to. Oh, sorry. No, at all. And he tries to recover, gets pinched off of instead. Akrew ties it up, and they've got so much more time on the clock at this time, equalizing goal than they have in the previous 2 games.
That's 85 miles an hour as well. One of those pinches landing perfectly for Akrew. But as you say, they've equalized much earlier. Will they find it harder to hold on, or were they just running out of time previously to score all their goals? Torment going for a bump on Oath, but going in for that in and out save. He can clear it away. Oath again intercepting, but come to that ball first. He's Fifi so awkwardly on the goal line, and Torment just shoots wide.
Oh, man, and then Beast Mode puts an absolute yawner straight at the goalie. He has so much time to think about where he wants to put that clear. And now back on the other end of the field, Akrew trying to dismantle him, sending Fifi for the shot. Astro now in the back third. Calm looking for the bump, but can't find it. Beast Mode clears it to the corner, and Astro's right where Calm put him. Now Torment through 1, but the ball onto the backboard. No one else home. Astro calls off his goalie. Beast Mode and Torment back here in their own third. Can they hold on to control at all? That bounce goes wide off the backboard, and Beast Mode has to sit and watch it.
I mean, Calm, for a lot of that defense his team was putting in, it was just demoing players down the other side of the pitch. But it works, I guess, about 20 seconds later than he anticipated. Calm can receive that pass from Torment. Oath may well have seen it coming, but Calm was too quick to respond to.
I wonder if Fifi's positioning also makes it a little bit difficult for Oath to read. It looks like Fifi maybe is blocking the passing lane, but no, he's too far back. Depth perception always a thing here. And Version1, the first change in the pattern we've seen here, regaining the lead after the equalizer from Akrew. 1:30 left to go. Goes to the outside, Akrew. Advancing, Astro high in the sky. Didn't get a reset off of it. They'll pinch it off the wall. Past one defender, beast mode up for it. And now I think he bumped into Calm in mid-air. Version1 a little bit on top of themselves here in the midfield.
It's a chance, though, for V1 to just continue that push, and they find themselves actually on the opposite side of the situation where they are now 2-1 up. Can they hold it is the big question we're all asking. Kondo on the open net. It was just slow players having to try and make very clever rock, paper, scissors based decisions.
As Calm takes it to the sky. Looking for a second touch, doesn't find anything. Now Oath off the wall. Picked up the midfield boost presented by Mobile 1 and beast mode now. Onto the edge. Over the top of Astro. Here's Fifi. Blasted to the sky. Calm somehow is up and adjusts for that midair. And then gets the bump on Fifi on the other side. Torment just trying to extend this lead. 40 seconds left. Beast mode playing it up on the edge. Fifi picks it up. Astro's reaching for it, and that's a neutral challenge. Calm will get the second touch as it falls. Fifi's going to have to try and recover here. Give it to Oath. Into the sky. Up against beast mode. Neutral to the side, and Astro demolished on the far edge. The player who could have picked up that neutral challenge for Akrew. Not going to be there. And now on the other side, another one challenge. Fifi trying to get it out of his half. They cannot get this ball to the back third, and beast mode's going to make them pay for it. 14 seconds left. 2-goal game.
Oath sitting on the goal line, knowing he can do nothing about this terror that is about to rain down on him. No jump, no wiggling, just sees it flying in. And beast mode certainly securing game number 3 and bringing us on to game number 4 as Akrew lose their first game. And V1, you would have thought that right now this would be their third, we'd be done, we'd move on. But Akrew have fought so strong at the start of the series, they need to bring it back to continue through. Otherwise, V1 with 4 goals, that may well be too much.
I do think at this point, this game is going to be over 2 goals, 2 seconds, 3 goals. Akrew going to take a loss here in game number 3. But this is in the traditional 4-game series, the game that you would give up after being strong in the first 2 games. So how things adjust. Do we go to game 5? I mean, was there anything in particular you noticed that changed from games 2 to 3 to see the story go so dramatically different?
I think seeing V1 take more confident shots when they thought, you know, when we looked at the start of game 1, they looked like the more confident team. And then they seemed to just be, you know, punched down a little bit. The reality hit them and they lost 1. Then they lost 2. Oh, that's so cruel going for that demo. They lost a couple, right? It then falls to V1 to pick themselves back up to the level that we've seen them at, the level where we've seen them sharpshoot, have fun, and realize what they are there to do. They did so. They topped the table for the first time with Com, getting the most amount of points with 6 shots as well. A different series starting to emerge here with V1 being confident in how they play, and Akrew need to shut that down before the ego grows too big.
They definitely were able to trap Akrew significantly more in their own back third. I felt like the clear game was less strong, and more so that Version1's midfield presence had better responses for beast mode. There was one particular moment, I remember Fifi blasting a clear to the sky out of his corner, and Calm already in the air just adjusts and goes to receive it and keep it in the back third. A very difficult play to make. And so, yeah, Version1 showing the mechanical prowess they have. Can they continue to string together these plays as we head over to Utopia?
You'd hope so for a V1 fan, for the team that is theoretically better than Akrew that should not be in the lowers this early on, but they just ran into a Ghost Gaming team that was so on fire that G2 must be terrified of what is on the way. It's V1 has to continue their good name that they very much earned through the Winter Major, but it's Akrew wanting to muddy that somewhat.
And doing an attempt here off of kickoff, blast the shot at the goal, and demo the third man. Hope you find an opening afterwards. Beast mode and Calm on the outside. Astro past 1. Following this up, a nice touch over Calm to the goal. Torment falls across and makes the save, and somehow air dribbles that at like ground level.
But from like a jump off the backboard, he then just cancels all momentum and just continues horizontally for what I really cannot express too much. No reason whatsoever.
This cannot be understated.
It truly cannot. But it looked fun.
It looked amazing. It's like a helicopter move. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's Torment again. And he connects with Beast Mode to send it to the Akrew corner. Now getting hounded by 2 players. First challenge neutral. Fifi takes it slow under comm, keeps it neutral, but Torment out of the backfield. Finds space for free. Fifi's going to be low on boost, but manages to refill at midfield. And now Astro up against Comm. Comm takes it from him. Uses all the boost to get back down to the ground, but it pitches to the goal. Beast Mode's going to fall across and make the stop. Do they get out of this one? Oh, wow. What a block in front of the box. Comm able to bail him out. Fifi was looking for the rebound.
Oath saw red and took down Torment as well. Top corner shot from Comm. Saved away again by Oath. The man is doing everything on each end, but Beast Mode with ball, no boost, sees the ball fall into possession of the blue side. Oath actually shied away from that ball. Definitely could have challenged Torment there and maybe falling to nerves a little bit, realizing that he is playing a very good team.
Oh, Beast Mode with a demolition, but so much more space given. Version 1 not going to capitalize immediately. They'll keep possession, though, and Oath manages to find a clear in a lot of traffic above his crossbar. Now Comm pass 1. Beast Mode, a quick turn at midfield. Looking for this. Astro will clear it to the corner. 2v1 players waiting for the ball. Beast Mode now off the wall, full tank. Reset and flips it to the outside. Comm not ready for the pass. We'll quickly try to turn on this one, but Version 1, 2 players deep in enemy territory consistently through this first minute. Torment is happy to wait in the midfield and clean up whatever squeaks out.
Half time again approaching, and I believe the first time we've got to this point with no goals being scored, but Comm with Beast Mode is attempting to change that. Look at Comm's positioning. Whenever you see him, he almost certainly will either be on the blue half or retreating to orange just to get boost, to then get back on the blue half as quick as he can.
Just as much offense as possible, please.
Yes.
Literally all gas, no brakes. Here's Beast Mode. But Astro covers him up. Now Comm onto the back wall. Fifi back to Oath. Torment out of the third. There's Comm on the outside with Astro chasing him down. Just went for the fake touch and then looked for demos. Doesn't find anything, but there's a demolition. Right. Open goal. Torment not gonna miss. Version 1 on top 4 games straight.
That's all it takes sometimes, just going for demo, and then the one that falls exactly as you need it to. Comm removing a player from the net, then has Torment receiving the pass from Beast Mode. Great teamwork from all players involved. As you say, V1 ahead yet again to start us off.
Version 1's been able to change the story in 2 of our 3 games. This time with less time to do so. Beast Mode pass 1, Oath. Oh, and Beast Mode dunks him. Fifi now to the corner. Astro, not really ready for that Beast Mode dunk. Feels like his rotation gets thrown off. Wasn't sure where he's supposed to be. Manages to find a clear here, and Beast Mode will reach for it, but Astro, expecting the touch, challenges off the ceiling, gets the ball back to midfield. And yet again, the Version 1 clears, just send it right back to the Akrew back third.
Seeing Astro and Beast Mode consider each other a novel and reading everything the other attempts, passing it back and forth with pre-jump after pre-jump. You learn that after a little while playing together, and it's amazing to me that Akrew are doing that so early on. Managing to get those reads, it's so hard. The final 50 seconds, they do need a goal though. Comm to shoot, Astro to save.
Astro keeps their hopes alive. 44 seconds left. Oath down to the midfield. Comm just volleying it back, not allowing this ball to cross halfway. Here's Fifi with an attempt. Beast Mode makes the block, puts it high, and Torment again. Monster clear down the field, burning so much time out of Akrew's pockets.
Fifi that had the opportunity to pass it to Astro, who was sitting in the midfield with no defender. If that went down, he could have had an absolute rip-roaring shot. Was not given the opportunity to, though. And so V1 do remain in the lead in the final 15.
Torment versus Astro goes neutral. Comm with a miss and back passes behind Beast Mode. An opportunity possibly. Akrew here. Fifi off the wall. He's got Astro and Oath in the midfield. He's going to pinch down. Oath's going to challenge in immediately. Astro waiting for the rebound. Here's the shot. It's good. He keeps it off the ground. Buzzer beater. We go to overtime.
Unbelievable scenes as Oath just so powerfully off the side, luring Torment in. puts him in a terrible position to save that ball. And yet again, Astro shooting behind the defender on that right-hand side post. Our first overtime, and it's V1 needing another to stay alive.
Akrew, 1 goal away from knocking out Version 1. Back in front of the box, Oath gets a block. Astro alone in net. He'll just take to the sky, takes the matter into his own hands. Up against Beast Mode, looks for the dunk, doesn't find it. Torment on the outside. Picking up control, looking for the transition, looking for the shot himself, but no. Down the field, Oath, oh, so close. Astro now on the sky. Beast Mode on the wall. Astro looks for the bumps, doesn't find anything. Fifi off the back wall, gets it back out into the front of the third. Oath back into the box. Beast Mode will have some space. What does he do with it? Oh, wild pinch. What? Sends it on the ground.
What? Okay, I really felt like that was going to emerge into a goal then with the Beast Mode crazy pinch. The Torment somehow managed to read. That is Calm playing much more simply and with much more civility. Just takes it to the floor and does something normal.
Fifi with a miss in the midfield. Maybe intentionally calling himself off, realizing he wasn't going to be able to do much with that. Rather just get back to the ground. But here's Calm looking for the win. Beast Mode up for it and drops it through. We'll go to Game 5 as Beast Mode and Version 1 are rallying.
Calm in the center camera shouting, yes! Knows that is the one that keeps them going, keeps them trucking. And with Beast Mode shooting up in the skies, you have to prepare the ground troops. With Version 1 taking us to Game 5, this sees them on the first chance to get their reverse sweep this season.
Version 1 has been reverse swept twice, or at least a few times here, but never have actually completed the reverse sweep themselves. Going to Champions Field, this will be their first opportunity. And I think a really important one just for the team's mental as well. I mean, a reminder, just in the final few moments here, that back pass, Calm to Beast Mode behind his players, giving so much space on the field for free to Akrew and giving them multiple looks on net there was what ultimately led to that buzzer beater. So Version 1 being able to get the win in overtime, neutralize the buzzer beater. It doesn't matter now. They keep their mental moving forward.
Being able to get into this Game 5 is massive for V1 because we've seen how they do under pressure. They love it. They really love pressure. They just do a phenomenal job of doing their game when they have got so much that theoretically could go wrong. It's when they have freedom where you kind of think, oh, is this going to be the chance where maybe they let it slip? Akrew, they need to force them as hard as they can and make them have those small errors and really just nip them in the bud. Otherwise, Game 5 is going to be tough.
Game 5 will be here in just a moment as the players are they're working through a momentary pause here, a technical pause. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, I think this interesting to think about a pause right before the most intense moment of the series here. The players having to think about what they're going to do here. As we are right now, Game 5 presented by Verizon. Winner moves on, loser goes home. Can Version 1 rectify the mistakes made in the first 2 games and get the win here in Game 5?
It's already a massive achievement for Akrew to get to this point, but top 8 may well not be good enough for them. They will be looking at the top 6 and thinking what could have been. Otherwise, they need to slog all the way back through. There's a chance for them to start off this game good and get the lead for the first time, I'm sure they're hoping.
Again, a good thing to point out here. Version 1 has scored first every game this series. Akrew could significantly change the pacing of this match with a early goal. And it looks like we are having a technical issue from one of the players. I believe we're seeing a lag issue. So we'll let them pause, see if they can figure that one out here. Nothing's happened just yet here, 42 seconds into the game.
Yeah, the call came in from Oath. I'm sure he wants to change his car design. I hope he requires that car design. But no, we just want to make sure that everyone is good and happy in this wonderful lobby on Champions Field, brought to you by Verizon. And V1 having this time to talk to Fireburn, one of the greatest minds in Rocket League, and talk through what they need to do, figure out what their game plan's going to be. They've won 2 already. Is it continue the same? Is it expect a change up from Akrew? Because they're a new unknown factor, and that sometimes can be so much more dangerous than going up against a G2 and SSG, where you know how they're going to play. You know what Daniel theoretically is going to do. These players might look at Astro and think, I do not know what he is capable of. I just don't know. I can't comprehend that because I've played them once or twice historically. It's going to be hard for Version 1 to be able to get into that mindset, but it's what you need to do as a competitor.
I do think I mentioned to look back on their record and see where how many times these two teams have played up against each other. Because for the first few splits, Version 1 was in kind of the bubble crowd of teams that were having to play their way in to the Friday shows and having to play their way into the Saturday shows. They weren't auto qualifying, and that means that you were playing against the other bubble teams. Like, while Akrew is kind of a new name, the team Vibrance has been around the entirety of the RLCS 21 and 22 split here. So there's a chance that Version 1 has actually more experience playing against this roster than a G2 or an NRG.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Version 1, I suppose I'm thinking of them more as they've been at the top for a very long time, but they haven't. They've worked through this relatively recently, and they've done a very good job sitting at the top. It's going to be a big mental hurdle to get over, thinking we were on the edge of sweeping them 3-0. And now we are on number 5, and it is Champions Field, and I don't know how to feel about this. Yeah. Akrew, I hope they can hold it together, because you want to see every player playing at their best level, but they have been absolutely stomped offensively. When you just look purely at the shots, Version 1 has had 36 to Akrew's 17. That is 9 shots per game on average compared to 4.25. It is a real onslaught by Version 1. And it's really hard to deal with, considering who you've got to come up against from those shots. The Octane that is hitting that is beast mode.
Yeah. It is very much we were just talking about like the mental game for Version 1. They let the buzzer beater in on a positional mistake, and then they managed to get the win in overtime, so it doesn't matter. Thinking about that from the other side of things, Akrew, you score a buzzer beater against Version 1, a team that you were hoping to sweep here after going up the first 2 games. Game 4, you're able to get the win, and then you're able to get the buzzer beater, and then you drop it in overtime, and now you have to play Game 5. If this is the furthest you've ever been in a tournament, the pressure of this moment, also with this pause and this server remake they're having to do in Game 5, like, you have so much more time to think about the stakes rather than just like keeping the game flow going. Just continue rolling, just continue to do your thing, and not think about the fact that you're on Champions Field against Version 1, and if you lose, you're going home. Yeah,
it's a chance though to work through that and realize if you win it, hey, we just did that. That gives you so much more confidence going through then to the lower quarterfinals. We're about to start up again. Don't you worry, everybody. We just continued this series a little bit longer so we can get those percentages on your drops. You are welcome. That was an executive decision by myself and Wavepunk. So you're welcome. No,
just for you. For all you percentagers in chat.
Yeah. For anybody who right now thinks me, yeah, you person. Well done. This is all for you.
Does one of the... Okay, there's what looks like a plugged-in GameCube controller sitting on the desk there. I don't know the faces of the players just yet. I don't know if that's the coach or if that's one of the players who is playing. I have not.
It looks like a coach to me.
I think it's the coach. So probably not a player. Probably not the player playing with the GameCube controller for the first time ever in RLCS. But man, can you imagine?
I would love that. I'd absolutely love that if we got some weird controllers. And when they get to LAN, they need to say, look, I need my GameCube controller adapter. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. I need to play with this. That'd be incredible. Also, what a horrible controller to pick out of everyone that you could have.
The dead zones are massive.
It's weird 3-spike, like octagon.
Especially on the triggers.
Is it? Like you've got like an octagon thing around it. So very strange. I bet it's Oath. If it was anybody, it'd be Oath. With that car and that controller, it just makes sense.
All right, they did briefs pause the newly made lobby to reset the clock there. We will start at 4:21 into Game 5 here. Beast Mode turning on the kickoff and makes the stop. But ultimately, a better competitive environment now. Can Akrew change the story? Can they score first and throw V1 off their rhythm? Here in the most critical of games, Oath got turned around and is not able to regain his control there. Lucky for him, the pass is from Version 1, went a bit high. Torment's up for this one. Both gets bumped! Torment makes the shot, and Fifi makes the block. Are you kidding me? What a stand on the goal line.
A miraculous stand from everybody involved. The shot was great, the bump was awesome, and the positioning from Fifi was nothing short of miraculous.
He makes the stand and keeps his team in this. 0-0, 3:30 left to go. Every goal has been worth its weight in gold in this series. Now Torment. Trying to kick out the corner. Oath was there. He gets the pass back out to Fifi, but Beast Mode covers him up. Now Astro to the sky. A lot of space, but nobody to work with in a defended back four. It's going to make his options even less. And now the pass down. Oath going to connect with Beast Mode, but Beast Mode trying to take up an interception there. Maybe mispositions himself. Now Oath demolished by Calm. Torment on the wall. Looking to take to the sky. Getting challenged already.
I like the idea from Torment there, just to take it a little bit further back, but instead charge down as quick as you like by Astro. Fifi just wide, but the shot very much opened up. Really hard to work that around that final defender as well. So I don't think he'll be too annoyed that he's missed it, but instead it's Torment going for 1 and 2. Oath to block it. Astro diving in front of that ball time and time again and continues to keep Akrew in this.
Both teams with monumental defensive stands. Version 1 actually on the last drive down gave Akrew an opening on defense with a double commit of sorts. The shot from Fifi just high off the crossbar. We'll stay scoreless late into game 5. Astro to the outside now. Just past 1. Calm. Down the line, trying to connect with Torment. Oath covers him up. Waits for the touch. Beast Mode out of the corner. Oath to try and put pressure on him. Picks up the corner boost. Denying it from Version 1. Now Fifi in the corner. Past 1. Keeps his wheels under him. Looks for the bump on Torment. Doesn't find anything. 1:45 left to go. Torment with the clear down the field. Astro to scoop it up.
There's so much ambition from every play we see Akrew go on. They're not going for any easy shots because V1 are not giving them those opportunities. They were seeing them trying to go for as much as they can and working around the defender that they have to beat. Time for V1 though. Prove that maybe it's down to sheer force. Torment going for a fake versus Astro. Astro does keep it away though, as he is very much known to do in this series so far. Com sits pretty at the back and hands the ball off towards Torment. Fifi's slowing the game down with 50 boost and a player in the middle. He gets one bump and Astro, chance to shoot, isn't able to get it on target though. Oath now to the backboard, can get the bump and the pass. Astro with a shot, it bounces nicely. Oath to shoot, goes low, but Beast Mode stays.
Oh my goodness, Fifi just hesitant. He didn't want to triple commit into the back third, so he hangs back, doesn't move in for the shot, but man, Akrew earned so many looks at the net on that drive, and yet still no goal in this game. Here's Version 1 on the other end. Astro places it right down in front of the box. Beast Mode looks for the shot, but off to the edge. Defended well, the rest of Akrew able to pick up after the clear. Massive commit in the midfield. Calm now. Up against Astro. They send it to the back wall. Astro with a stop, but this one sets it up for Beast Mode. He reads the bounce, puts it through, and Version 1 are up.
It was Calm forcing that awkward position by Astro, who has to get something on it, otherwise it bounces central. But just sending it high, lurking in front of that top corner will not be enough. That is Beast Mode with 30 seconds remaining, securing the start of this game. Good fake kickoff though with Akrew passing from Astro, but Beast Mode, he can just read it.
They are able to thwart any kickoff shenanigans and get it through. 2 players. Can Beast Mode scoop this up? No. On the other side, 15 seconds left. Akrew has been able to equalize every game, but they've never had this little time left. 9 seconds left. Version 1 looking for the reverse sweep. Calm puts another one on target. Oath up for it. Fifi and Astro, neither one in position. They just got to kill the ball. The time is off the clock. Beast Mode's got control, puts it into the box, and it's down. Version 1, reverse sweep Akrew to stay alive.
The first of the season, and I'm sure they're hoping the only one. They don't want to have to go through that yet again. And the pop-off on cameras from V1 shows how much this means. That will be Akrew going home and Version 1 moving on